Hello. Today I'll give you a quick introduction to the incentive compensation model on the Anaplan platform. The end-to-end application takes you through all of your incentive compensation needs. From comp and crediting administration, looking at how Anaplan brings data into the system and makes hierarchy changes automatically, to building out crediting rules, looking at comp plan management and how individual components can be assigned to a specific plan, and that plan can then be assigned to individuals, looking at commission calculations and how they run in memory on the Anaplan calculation engine and how we can lock down periods to review clawbacks and true-ups, to some payee capabilities around what sort of statements they might expect to see, as well as dispute resolution. Finally, we'll take a look at what-if modeling and optimization and giving you the capabilities and power to model out different comp plans before pushing them out to the field. In this quick preview, we'll drill into crediting rule administration, comp plan management, payee statements, as well as what-if modeling across the organization. Our goal on this dashboard is to evaluate and update our crediting territories. Within Anaplan, there are many different ways in which these territories can be set up. On this dashboard, we've published 3 examples. Our first example is Tom Frazier. He's been assigned a number of named accounts which have start and end effective dates, which will calculate through our transactions, and split percentages. We also have Reggie Waterbury, who has been assigned named accounts directly and also a zip code prefix, so any transactions coming through that fit that zip code, he will receive credit for. For our overlay reps, we have created a territory that's based solely off of named rep. So Leroy in this example will be assigned credit for all of Ron Johnson's deals. These are just 3 examples of ways that Anaplan is going to be able to create crediting territories, but any way in which your company does it, we're going to be able to enable that within Anaplan. What's important about these effective dates, and what's important to remember when we think about Anaplan as a platform, is that these assignments and these crediting territories can be imported directly from your territory and quota solution. And if that's existing within Anaplan, as soon as those changes are made in your territory and quota model, they'll be reflected in your crediting dashboard, and your transactions will start to flow through that and match your updated territory assignments. Now that we've looked at crediting rule administration, the next step is comp plan setup and assignment. Our goal on this dashboard is to create and configure the individual components that make up each of our comp plans. From here, we can assign out those comp plans to each of our payees. Anaplan utilizes a menu-like UI to point and click and drive which of these individual components is assigned to each plan. From there, I can use one of my configuration dashboards to set up the rates, criteria, and quota associated with each of those components. Anaplan automates your plan assignment process by connecting directly with your HR system and bringing in the effective dates of any changes in plan or role. Now that we've had a chance to go over some of the administrative pieces of Anaplan incentive compensation, let's take a look at the payee statements as well as our what-if modeling. I also have the ability as a payee to do what-ifing. Anaplan as a platform can connect to your CRM system and bring in individual opportunities that your reps will then have access to what-if on. So as a payee, I can see exactly how much more I would be paid by closing specific opportunities based on the exact metrics on my comp plan and what effect a discount would have on that eventual payout. Now that we've had the opportunity to evaluate the capabilities of a payee, let's look at the quota and comp plan what-if modeling. Our goal on this dashboard is to evaluate our current comp plans and look at some different ways that we could bring down our payments on accelerators. Versions are native to all Anaplan models, which allows me to utilize production data and production formulas in my what-if version to change different rates and see what effect that would have on my overall plans. In this scenario, let's say I'm looking for a decrease of 20% in those accelerated payouts. I can build up on what I've already done in my actuals to start remodeling those comp plans. What if, for example, in order to get to level 3 with a payout of 10%, I needed to be at 150% of my attainment as opposed to 105. I can see above that that's going to bring down my cost of sales close to a full percentage point. Because versions run across my entire incentive compensation model, I can what if around changes to those individual components or the plans themselves. I'm also enabled to be proactive and adjust my plans based on changes in more macroeconomic principles, such as accounting rules. Anaplan as a platform covers a wide range of sales performance management solutions. One of those is territory and quota management. Within our incentive compensation model, we can leverage some of the logic in our territory and quota model to look at what-ifing on our quotas and seeing what effect that would have on our cost of sales. On this dashboard, I can view our current attainment as well as the individual quotas for each of our payees. We can see that we're paying out a huge amount in accelerators because many of our reps are above the 100% mark. What we want to do is be able to find the perfect normalized attainment curve that will result in the highest revenue with the lowest cost of sales. A typical exercise that's done here is to go ahead and take a higher quota number and spread that across all of my quotas. In this case, we'll take 87 million, we'll spread it across our what if version, and we can now see going from our actuals to what if, we've brought down some of those payments by bringing people into the 70 to 80% range. While this may lower some of those accelerator payouts that we're making, it can also greatly increase attrition, which will end up being a larger loss than the accelerators were themselves. As opposed to utilizing outdated techniques to lower cost of sales, such as peanut butter spreading a larger quota for overachieving reps, Anaplan enables us as a sales performance management platform to connect our incentive compensation model to our territory and quota and fully understand each of the individual patches for our reps so that we can give them fair and balanced quotas based on the potential that lies within their patch. From there, we can bring in those balanced territory and quotas and ultimately see that we'll be able to recognize a more normalized distribution curve with lower cost of sales, all while maintaining a higher retention rate for those reps, lowering attrition and the costs associated. That was just a quick preview of some of the things included in the Anaplan incentive compensation model. Thank you for your time.